What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH, this was a hot mess of an episode. It's some people in this episode, I would have whooped their ass. I'm just saying, the foolishness. Um, but you know what? I'm really digging Yuri and Terry as a potential couple. I'm digging them. Like, they were just sitting there vibing, dipping their feet into the water. Like, they were just vibe. They were just such a vibe. Trying to get to know each other better, and he was asking about her necklace because he liked it, and apparently her mom gave it to her, and she was telling him what the crystal symbolizes, and then she accidentally dropped the shit in the water, and he went in there, clothes on, and dug up in there and got it, put it back around her neck. I love shit like that. I loved it. Like, Yuri is a keeper. Yuri is a keeper. She was telling him she ain't got nobody special in her life. I like it. I'm glad that they're finally giving her a true romance. I was hoping it would have worked out between her and Chet, but you know what? I'll take her and Yuri, because so far I'm digging the chemistry between them. I could definitely see it going somewhere. So anyway, moving on from that, Finn should have known Liz was going to give him hell when she saw that it was her sister calling him, because she's pissed at this point. She was like, dude, I asked you to stop meddling in my life. I get where he coming from. Like, as the man in her life, he can't just sit by and watch her, go through this. You know what I mean? Like, keep carrying this burden, but it's her burden to carry. She admitted. She was like, yeah, it's my burden to carry. It's not yours. But at least she's admitting that there's something going on, because everybody could see that. And I get where Finn is coming from. He has a daughter to think about. You know what I'm saying? He got to think about Violet and how to protect her and keep her away from this stuff. And, he also thinking about Liz's boys. He also thinking about her sons. She got to get healthy for her kids. But like I said, at the end of the day, Liz has to want the help for herself. You can't force help on her. She has to want to face the past on her own. You know what I mean? And she's not ready for whatever reason to face that past, because I'm guessing it's very traumatic. Like, she keeps having these flashbacks of her arguing with a woman about her father and basically threatening the woman. So Liz has to face that. And I think she definitely needs to sit down with Kevin, and she needs to open up to Kevin. You know what I mean? Like, unburden herself to him and let him know everything that happened back in the day, so he can help her move on from it. You know what I'm saying? And I think at some point, she may need to have a conversation with her mother and father. You know what I'm saying? To finally put to bed everything that happened back in the day. That doesn't mean that she has to have her parents in her life if she doesn't want them to, but at least get some closure to this, so that way she can move on and she can be there for her boys, and all this shit from 20, 30 years ago could finally be in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what she should do, but Finn also needs to know his role and back the hell off when she asks him to. You can't keep forcing your help on her, because it's not going to make her want to get the help. You know what I'm saying? It's going to keep pushing her further and further away from the help. You know what I'm saying? Let her do that on her own. So anyway, moving on from that, Felicia and them started telling Mac all about Cody and how Dominique is his mother and stuff. So, Mac, he was like, I got to see, the guy for myself. So Mac tracks him down and stuff, because, he was on the grill, whatever, cooking up some pork chops or whatever on the grill. And he introduced himself to Cody. I was about to say Kobe. To Cody as a friend of Dominique's. And Felicia was like, why you tell him that? Felicia was like, you and Dominique were way more than just friends. I don't know why you classified your relationship as that. But, Mac was like, well, I felt like that's all he needed to know at this time. He didn't need to know about what happened back in the day between me and his mama and stuff like that. He don't need to know all the details. Not right now. He don't. Cody pretty much felt like Mac was a weird kind of guy or something like that. I'm like, Cody, shut the hell up. You're weird. You're a grifter. I really hope that they're not trying to make Mac this boy father. I really hope not. I hope to good God Mac is not going to be saddled with this guy as a son. I really hope not. Something is very off with Cody. Like, I just find him to be shady. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps asking Britt about her family. Like, keep asking her about Faison, keep asking her about Peter, and she keeps telling him, like, I don't want to talk about my family. She said it more than once in this episode. I don't want to talk about my family. He was like, so everybody in your family off limits? Yes, because obviously you did your homework. And you know who Faison is, you know about Peter, so why do you need her to tell you all this when you already know? It's clear that you know. She don't want to talk about it. I feel like he has an agenda, that's why he keep asking, because this ain't the first nor second time he done brought up Faison. And he definitely was asking her before about, did Faison ever talk to her about him and, Leopold or whatever. My thing is, he probably think Faison got some hidden fortune somewhere or whatever that he may have told Britt about something, because everything about Cody just screams money, like he's a con, like he's after that quick dollar. So I wouldn't trust him. So he tried to go in for a little kiss on Britt or whatever. I'm just over Cody at this point. I tried to give the character a chance, but as of right now, I'm not sold. I'm no longer sold on this, not with the way that it's being presented to me. I'm just not sold. So anyway, moving on from that, is Anna trying to get Lucy killed? Because Anna wants Lucy to use Victor's affection towards her to, their advantage, to get information. And I'm like, well, that's a smart plan, but it's also a deadly one because it could get this woman killed, because we all know how Victor is. Anybody who's in his way, he will eliminate you. And if he feels the slightest hint that Lucy's playing him, he'll get rid of Lucy. So I feel like this is a dangerous game to be playing. But Lucy did get up some information as she walked in on Valentin and Victor, because Victor pretty much was telling Valentin, I need your help. Like, we need to get the Cassidy and the rest of the family in line. Basically, Ava, Spencer, Nicholas, he said, we need to get their ass in line, and I need your help in doing it. And of course, he keeps using Charlotte as his bargaining tool. He keeps using her as leverage. Like, oh, if you don't do what I say, basically, she'll be in that boarding school permanently, and you'll never see her. Like, that's pretty much what he's doing. And I'm like, Valentin, slit his throat. Like, he can't threaten you if he dead. I'm just saying, like, if he bumped off, you can get your daughter back if he gone. So I kill that old fool. And Lucy walked in on it. She came up with a good cover story once she saw the pickles on the counter. She said, oh, that's what I came in here for. That was a good cover. I like that. She think quick on her feet. That's what I like about Lucy. She fast with it. And her and Victor pretty much was flirting back and forth and stuff like that. And Valentin was like, so where the hell is Martin at? You got a man. Where he at? Lucy was like, do you see him? He not here. She was like, he not in town. He out, looking after his mama or whatever. So this fool, Valentin done snapped a photo of Victor and Lucy threatening to send it to Martin. Talking about, I'm pretty sure he'll want to see what you out here doing while he out of town. She was like, you better not send that to him. So Victor ended up getting Valentin to delete the photo and stuff like that. Lucy got some good shit. Like, she pretty much told Anna. She was like, yeah, I walked in on them. It's some tension. She said Victor definitely has a tight leash wrapped around Valentin at this point. And that's what Anna wanted to know. She just need more. She just need to know, like, what exactly is going on. Like, what does he want Valentin to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a deadly game, but I'm kind of enjoying this, though. Seeing where it go. But Valentin need to take care of his daddy. Like, he need to take his ass out. And I mean immediately. Take him out. You need to bump him off. Like I said, the movie Throw Mama from the Train, they need to have a spin-off movie called Throw Daddy from the Train, because his ass need to be thrown from a train or a bus or something. You need to get rid of that old sucker. He got to go. So anyway, moving on from that, we get to Ava, Spencer, and Nicholas. I was ready to whoop Nicholas' ass in this episode. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so sick of him. I really am. Like, he really putting this all on Ava at this point. Talking about, oh, this is what you wanted from the start, for me not to have a good relationship with my son, or not to get closer to my son because you can't fix things with Kiki. I would have knocked his ass out. I would have knocked him out. He would have been, I'm telling you right now, if that was me he was talking to, I promise you, Nicholas would have went to heaven before it was his time. I'm just saying, you're not about to keep bringing up this woman child like this. And this ain't the first time he done brought Kiki up to her. Like, he does it in such a disrespectful manner, because he knows that that's the easiest, quickest way to hurt Ava. He knows her buttons. And it's sad that he does that. To the woman that you claim you love, you're going to use her dead daughter? against her. And I was so happy when Ava slapped the dog piss out of him, but I felt like she should have hit his ass harder. Matter of fact, she should have hit him lower than that. I would have kicked him right in his little nuts. Made him fall right to the ground for that. She should have made his punk ass bleed. Because that was low. Like, that's real low. Like, he knows how Ava is and how she feel about Kiki. And that she can't make amends with her. Because obviously she gone. You know, and for him to bring that shit up, it's trifling. Ava had nothing to do with the bad relationship that him and Spencer have. That was on Nicholas. And it sucks that Nicholas tries to turn that around on her. Because he don't want to take responsibility. That's what I be saying. I don't know what they trying to do with Nicholas. But this new Nicholas, it's like... he takes no accountability for nothing. He really on some bitch stuff. Like, he has bitch tendencies. Like, he really does. Like, really trying to turn this around on his wife. He don't want to take no accountability for it. I love the acting between Mara West and Nicholas Chavez. I loved it. Like, they brought it. They brought the house down. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spencer's reaction to all of this was amazing. Like, he was just so hurt, so emotional over the fact that his father could do that to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, your own pops. And this is the one person that he trusts the most in this world. And he don't even know who he is at this point. Like, he was like, yo, I don't even recognize you. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, I don't get you. Like, who the hell are you? Like, Spencer is just over Nicholas at this point. Spencer said, listen, I'm done. He said, I don't want nothing to do with you no more. I'm out. He was like, I'm done. So, things are really heating up between Mason and Austin. Like, Mason popped up at the picnic or whatever. And once they were alone, Austin pretty much told him, like, listen, bro, you need to leave me the hell alone. He said, my debt is paid. And Mason was like, nah, well, your debt ain't paid according to your creditors. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So he started squeezing that man's head. Austin started squeezing his head, basically telling him, you need to leave Maxie alone, leave her family alone, don't come around here. And Mason grabbed that knife and was like, held it up to his throat and was like, listen, you don't tell me, I tell you. When I call you, you answer, you say, yes, sir. I said, listen, you better than me, Austin, because I would have knocked his little bald head ass out, because I ain't about to yes, sir, you nothing. I'll knock you out first. So after Ava done stormed out of that living room or whatever, she done bumped into Mason and Austin. And she was like, well, shit, I just came to get me a drink. Carry on. Ava was like, shit, I don't want no parts of whatever the hell y'all talking about. What y'all doing? I'm out. So Mason was like, nah, fuck that. Because he thought Ava must have heard everything that they were saying. So he was like, nah, I got to get rid of her because she might have heard what we were talking about. So Ava was, getting away or whatever. And I guess, Mason was in hot pursuit. Somebody grabbed a pair of gloves and a hook, some type of little hook thing, and stabbed Ava in the stomach with it. I'm like, first of all, what in the I know what you did last summer the fuck is this? Like, this is very I know what you did last summer type mess. I was like, what the hell is going on with like, what is going on with this? This some real Ben Willis type shit. Like, what is going on? Where Jennifer Love Hewitt at? I said, I know y'all ain't stabbed my boo. And I'm thinking it could be Esme, though. That could have been Esme that did that shit. Because I wouldn't put it past her. She might still be somewhere lurking around in Port Charles. Because I don't believe for 2 seconds that witch is dead. Evil don't die fast. I'm just saying. You can't kill evil with a quickness. Takes some doing. But somebody need to go help Ava. Because I'm like, baby girl just on the ground bleeding. I'm like, y'all need to go help her. Pronto. Like, somebody need to get with Ava real quick. I said my boo is she's in dire straits. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. I enjoyed this episode. This was a mess. A hot mess. Anyway, hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought, and I will see y'all all later. Hope you all have a great night. See you all Monday. Peace.